Well, welcome back to the Whatever Buddy podcast. It's been a heck of a week, but that's all behind us now that Ryan and Jonny get to vent about all things relevant to venting. They talk about cars and powdering their balls. Yep, you heard that right, and that's not it. Later, for the first time on Whatever Buddy First. Ever hear of Two Girls in One Cup? Well, it's not that, but similar. Two guest, one podcast. That's right, we have Candice, Levinson, and Nathan Biggs. They're married, but we don't know whose name they use, and we still don't. So sit back in the Tiki Lounge, grab a drink with some foo-foo, your favorite horror flick, and get ready for the show. And so with no further ado, Ryan and Jonny. I'll just start with my opening rant and just say, first, hello, everybody. Thank you. We're back again. I hate people. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I hate people.
Like all of them, or select group that you're about to talk about?
I don't know. That's a good question. No, I'm being serious. You're laughing. I'm being dead fucking serious. I hate people. It's probably more of a certain type of people, I guess.
Because I mean, I'm sitting here with you, dude. You hate me?
No, I don't look at you as people, though. You're Ryan Harris.
Yeah.
Maybe we're talking randoms. I'll tell you what, though, dude. No, I'm not going to hold back, and I don't give a shit. It's just like the simplest thing. You go to the store. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, life. All right.
Oh, same shit, different day kind of reaction. I hate that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
There's that.
Yeah.
And then there's the people where you say hi to them, like, hey, how are you? And they look at you, and then they don't respond. Like, I could be an asshole. Like, last night I came home from the grocery store, and my neighbor was trying to move in like this elliptical fucking thing into his house. And I went up to him. I'm like, hey, man, let me take a look here. I used to be a mover. I'm not going to move this thing for you, but I might be able to tell you. Because I saw them standing around I saw them standing around trying to figure out how to get this in. And it was a real simple thing. I'm like, go in on a fucking angle. You guys are like four fucking dudes trying to screw in one light bulb and doing it wrong.
Was it a door or was it a stairway?
It was a door. There was no stairway up. It was one step up.
So it's
the way you had to do it was like you had to it was the first door, one step, first door. The stairway was right past it. Thank God it wasn't up the stairs. They would have never gotten it in. And it was just like in the entranceway, you just going in an angle. But in the end, after figuring it out and realizing these guys really had no clue on even how to hold the thing, I was like, all right, I'll help you guys move it. And I ended up doing what I told them I wasn't going to do, which is carrying it, because that's a nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
What happened between that and right now to make you flip your script on people?
I've spent the last 2 days interacting with people. Yeah. And I don't...
like all of them.
Listen. I like people. Obviously, I like the people that are in my life. I like the people that I do business with. I like people. I like the people at the bank. I like the people at the fucking Starbucks. I like people at the 7-Eleven. I like the people that I see every day on the regular. What I don't like are complete strangers who just seem to act like they're better than others for no apparent reason whatsoever.
I don't think anyone likes them, though. I'm not trying to generalize it and downplay your reaction towards something, but does anybody like those people?
I bet you there's a bunch of people out there who would push back on me right now and tell me that why should that person have to be obligated to say hi to you? And they're not. They are not obligated to do anything.
We're not meant to like everybody, I don't think. I mean, I know it's like, it's the proper thought to be like, oh, love everybody and treat everybody as you would want to be treated. But like, it just is not realistic.
No, it isn't realistic. And that's why there's chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and all that other stuff with ice cream flavors. It's like, everybody each their own. However,
say that again.
I said that's why there's chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, mint chocolate chip ice cream, coffee ice cream. There's a different flavor for everybody. However, you don't need to like everybody. But there's nothing wrong with being friendly to anybody. If somebody says hi to me and I'm not in a good mood, how you doing? I'm doing well. That's the least that I'll ever fucking ask anything or answer that question. I always say that I'm wonderful. And the bottom line is, and this is a true fact, and I understand depression exists, and I understand people battle with that. We're not dead. We are alive. And as long as I am above ground, my day is wonderful. And there should be the answer for everybody. Everybody has bad days.
It also changes your outlook, too. Did you know if you're in a bad mood, if you make yourself smile, if you make yourself say something positive, you make yourself laugh, like it chemically changes your mood. So like it's easy to be cranky and someone says like, how's your day going? Shitty. Because that's what you want to spew out there or whatever. But if you're like, oh, I'm doing well, it's a different reaction in your brain whenever you say, I'm doing well. Cool.
Says who?
Good to hear.
Because I've definitely done that, and that hasn't changed my mood.
I bet you if I made you laugh right now, you would be in a better mood. I'm not saying I can make you laugh right now.
I was going to say, I had 2 words for you. Good luck.
I have 2 words for you. No way, no how. It's 4 words.
So I was listening to our own podcast today.
Good.
I'm not sure which episode it was, but I said, that effing fucking guy. And then I realized that, like, I went out of the way to not say fuck, only to say it, not the word after, but the word after that. And I was just like...
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That effing guy fucking. And I was like, what an idiot. Like, I just, like, because, like, I specifically could tell by the way I said it, because I think I went to go say F, like, fuck, and I think I switched it at the last minute and said effing, just to say it, not just like that effing guy fucking, and then I went blah, 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 fucking, fuck, or something. Like, I ended up saying fuck 3 times in that sentence that I tried not to say fucking.
But you didn't say it 4.
No.
I got to send a little shout out to a friend of ours, buddy.
Oh, who's that?
Sonny Remlinger sent me a birthday present, and it's my new favorite thing. Check out this.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, before you go. It was Ryan's birthday the other day. Happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy.
Happy birthday.
So, Sonny, I went for a run today, and I came back, and there was a package on my front porch. And I opened it up, and it's from Sonny, and he sent me my new favorite coffee thermos. Check that out, dude. It's Love Gun. I almost said rock and roll over, but I meant Love Gun. And there's caffeine in it right now, and it's going to get me through this podcast.
You know, my girlfriend and Sonny have the same birthday.
Really?
And
that's interesting.
And what I find interesting is that's very thoughtful, right?
Yeah, it is.
My girlfriend is the most thoughtful person I have ever met. Like things that I would never think to send you that in the mail. Thought would never cross my mind. Not because I don't love you, just I came from a family where it was a birthday or it was the holidays or something. I gave my brothers a card. I've never bought a single present for a single member of my family ever.
There was a card. There was a card in the box too. He did that too.
Mm-hmm.
My man, Sun Dog. Roof, roof.
Sun Dog.
That puts you in a better mood, right?
Well, how can you not get in a good mood when you talk about Sonny?
You can't not. Voice of an angel.
Voice of an angel. Should we talk about some...
What podcast was it, 20? Was he on 20? Go back and listen to podcast 20. He sings a song for us.
Oh, yeah, a good one. Yeah, that was a good song. Not bad.
Okay, so here's the thing. A little bit of truth. Don't care if it's out there.
You did not go out and buy that $80 fucking clipper for your balls, did you?
No, I didn't buy that. Okay, so Manscaped. It's a company for male grooming. I bought what they call crop preserver, okay?
Preserver?
Crop preserver. So it's like a instead of powdering your balls when you're done with a shower, it's the stuff that Manscaped makes that you put there instead, and it keeps you nice and dry in your regions that tend to get damp. And then as a result of buying crop preserver, Manscaped, also not a sponsor, should be though, #Manscaped sponsorship, they start sending me all these emails. I mean, like spamming me with emails from their mailing list. And it's the first time that I didn't mind that happening because their emails are pretty funny. It's factual, it promotes their business, but it's like the subject will come up and it'll be like, have you thought about your balls today? You know, stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, man. It says something about me that I like it. But
well, you know what? They should have been in on the ballicles episode then.
Ballicles, yeah, dude.
We're talking about hair on my balls, and how come?
Hey, Manscaped, this podcast is made for you. Hit us up. I'll get a Manscaped tattoo if they sponsor us.
Would you?
Maybe.
Can we dabble a little bit about the sauce that you bought for your balls?
Yeah.
I don't put anything on my balls ever, And
They don't stick to your leg?
well, they do, but I just thought that's part of life. So, really, one of the side effects of COVID I'm still dealing with is I really don't have smell. Sometimes I do, most times I don't. Okay, with that being said, I was in Joshua Tree last weekend and it was hot and I didn't shower until I got home. I was there for 2 days. Showered before I left on Friday, hung out in the desert for 2 days, showered when I got back. This is how bad this is how sick I am. First off, I like to smell my own balls. So if it's that
You need
sweaty,
some
I'm like,
crop
oh.
preserver, my friend.
I'm like, oh God, my balls, they're wet. Let me check it out. And I can't smell anything, so I just assume that my balls never smell. Mm-hmm. I know that's not the case.
It's an unwise assumption.
Right. Now, I'm curious about this product. The only time I ever used a product like this, I will never forget the knives. We were on the Warped Tour in like 2005, and my guitar player used Gold Bonds. And it was a very uncomfortable, sweaty kind of tour in that sense. And so I tried the Gold Bonds. And I'll tell you, man, what a weird sensation when that stuff.
Gold Bond has menthol in it, so it kind of it's like kind of
it wasn't
tingly.
the menthol. No, see, there's the menthol in the green bottle of Gold Bonds. But the yellow
just
bottle
has lesser amounts of it.
Oh, okay. So I use the yellow. I was told not to use the green bottle because I'll hurt.
The green one will make you run around the parking lot.
I put this stuff in there. I could feel. Now, for our viewers who have a stomach that isn't steel, you may want to walk away right now. Come back in a minute. I could feel that stuff cleaning my asshole. Like straight up. It was like chemicals attacking my asshole.
It's not really that bad of a statement to say that because I know the feeling. Gold Bond's exactly what got me started on it too. We were on tour in the summer. And it was like, well, this is more comfortable to do it this way.
For those who don't know, showering is not always an easy thing to come by on the road. You play shows, you sweat, and then when it's summer, like Harris is saying, you sweat more when you're not even playing.
Yeah. And so whenever you're touring in a band, you put powder on because it's very comfortable. Well, it's more comfortable. And then for me, whenever I got home and then I got a shower at home, it's like, oh, well, something's missing now after the shower. So I bought powder to put on. And then guess what? It makes your bathroom a mess because it gets everywhere. The powder settles down, So I bought crop preserver. # crop preserver sponsorship.
Crop. Why do they call it crop preserver? That part I don't get.
I don't know. Pubes, maybe?
I'm curious, but it doesn't make sense if it's a powder.
Hang on. I'll pull it up right now, buddy. I'm going to pull it up right now for you.
Did I ever tell you about the time I cut my balls using a razor?
Ooh, that's awful. Well, I think this one is made to not have that ability. It has a little safety thing on. So you got a little lawnmower right here. You got a nose trimmer, and then right here, crop preserver. Let me go down to it.
I find this really entertaining that all the podcasts that I ever hear them mention Manscaped. It's a
crop preserver.
Okay.
Oh, there's a crop reviver now too. To keep the boys cool.
Stave off ball chafe. Romance crop cleanser. Romance your stones.
I like
crop
that one.
reviver.
I don't even know what it does.
Keep the boys cool. Roll it down. Let me read this down. Let me read it down. Let me scroll down so I can see the title and the thing. Okay, we're going to start with crop preserver to stave off ball chafe. Okay? Mm-hmm. Anti-chaving ball deodorant. This is the best shit. Now you got me smiling, Harris. This
is why whenever they send me their newsletters, when they send me their newsletters for the first time in my adult life, I don't mind opening up a newsletter. They did it right. Kudos.
Okay. I'm going to first say the name of the product, and then I'm going to tell you what they're telling me this thing does, and then I'm going to read you the description.
And this is the one that I bought.
This is the one Ryan Harris just ran out of, and let's see if we can get him a free bottle by talking about these bitches. Mm-hmm. So, crop preserver. Stave off ball chafe. Yeah. Anti-chaving ball deodorant. Ball deodorant, by the way, is in bold letters. Made specifically for a man's nether region. Never heard of that. Nether region.
It means down under.
This cream. You put cream on your balls? This cream helps cut. This just keeps getting better by the second. I'm going to start over. No, I'm not. But I just want to say it keeps getting
You
better.
shouldn't, because I want to explain to you
this cream
what it does.
This cream helps cut down chafing by properly moisturizing your most treasured. But let me just ask this question. When you get out of the shower and you have some crop preserver, do you massage lotion on your balls? Is that what you're telling me?
No, that's not what I do at all. That's not what I do.
Because it says it's cream.
Here's where you should allow me to explain what goes on.
Please do.
Now,
the
they
floor
ended
is
that
yours,
sentence.
sir.
Now they ended that sentence improperly, and it makes me kind of mad because moisturizing your most treasured is not the end of a sentence. Now Manscaped surely do better there. But that being said,
why isn't that the end of the sentence? Why?
Because it's your most treasured what? End it with a noun, please. Now, what you do is you put this stuff on.
They just assume that your balls and penis are your most treasured items.
Well,
which I maybe they are, Harris.
So you put this stuff on, and it just absorbs everything. So you're just like dry. It does the same thing as powder, except it's not powder. I don't know really exactly how it works, but you put it on, and it just absorbs everything, and you feel dry, and you feel comfy. It smells really nice. It's very mild, manly smell.
Do you spray it?
No, it's this little bottle right here. It's this jar. Do you see the jar?
Okay, all right.
That top comes off, and you put a little bit in your hand.
Okay, great. How do you get it on your balls?
Same exact way you would put powder on.
Which you'd go like
you get a
like
little
this.
swipey. Wipe your hands on your towel and you're done.
Real quick. Mm-hmm. You slap your balls. 1, 2. You went like that slapping motion.
There's no slapping involved. It's a swipey. It's like swipe.
But if you're going like this, there's no way there's no slap involved.
It's the same. Imagine deodorant. When you put deodorant on, swipe. Do you slap your armpits?
I go like this. Like this.
Right. So you swipey.
I do a couple, yeah, man.
Couple swipies, okay. Well, then you do a couple swipies down there, and it's the same exact thing. There's no slapping involved.
Where though? Like, are you going to get underneath? Are you going to get on the sides? Are you going to get under the shaft? Like, how do you not massage your balls with this stuff?
How do you not massage your balls?
If it was me, I would take some. I would put it in my hand. Mm-hmm. I'd lift my shaft up with my 2 fingers. I'd grab my 2 balls, and I would get to town rubbing that stuff on my balls.
Then that's what works for you, my friend, and I'm not judging it.
Bet you my balls would be drier than yours.
Maybe. It seems like you apply more swipes to your application of things than I do, so there's that.
I'm also the guy, when it says to take 2 aspirins, takes 4 to make sure it works.
Yeah. I think it's probably you put more deodorant on today, whereas I put less on, but I'm going to put less on tomorrow, and you're like, "Yo, see you next week."
Yeah, but here's the thing. You also shower 2 to 3 times a day. I shower once every 2 to 3 days.
That was my exact point.
I didn't get that out of your point.
My point was I don't need as much deodorant because I'm going to do it much more regularly than you are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And also, that's fine. I'm not making fun of you for that.
It's okay.
Yeah, Manscaped. But they do a good job. Hey, Manscaped, I'm reading your newsletters. Well done.
Manscaped, do you have a guard on your razor so it can't cut my ball?
Yeah. Maybe it's worth the extra. How much are they?
They're $80, dude. I saw it at the Target. The razor's $80. I'm like, how am I supposed to justify buying a razor for $25 that's a good razor versus $80 for a fucking thing called Manscaped? It's the same fucking thing.
I bought a new razor not too long ago, and you can either, when it comes to buying a razor for a man, you can either buy something for $20 that's going to suck and you're going to replace it in a year, or you could buy something for $250 that is like, I don't need all of this. I just want something in the middle. There's nothing in the middle for guys.
Well, I guess if you're talking razor, then Manscaped's right in the middle. It's 80.
Yeah, it's tough being a guy. You know?
It is tough being a guy.
So, it's fall time, right? It's fall time.
What time?
Do you like fall? Do you get into the whole like fall and like...
Who me?
Yeah, do you get into the pumpkin
seasons?
Spice and do you like fall and pumpkins and Halloween and all that shit? Because I got a pet peeve. I got a pet peeve about the fall.
I want to hear your pet peeve, but I just want to say that the irony of that question is I live in a place where it's like fucking Groundhog's Day. There are no seasons here. However, I did grow up in Philadelphia. I love the fall.
Tell that to Dunkin' Donuts and their pumpkin spice latte. It's fall in LA too.
I wouldn't. Well, yeah, okay, that's cool. I don't drink pumpkin spice latte. Who drinks latte anyway? What the fuck is a latte?
Yeah, man. I'm talking to the wrong guy. I think about the seasons and the mascots. But I was running the other day, and I see this, and it pissed me off. So I'm running through my town.
Ryan has a pet peeve. I love when he has pet peeves.
I'm running, and
the
date on this photo it was a couple weeks ago. It's October 8th.
Does that say Merry Christmas?
It says Joy of Christmas because the park in my town, they're decorating it for Christmas.
Pretty early.
Little nutcracker guys and everything. Like, it's too early.
What about Thanksgiving? Well,
Exactly. Exactly. October 8th. October 8th, I went on that run. I looked at the calendar. That's 11 weeks out from Christmas that they're going to be decorated for Christmas. Maybe I just turned old. I don't get it.
No. Well, dude, in all fairness, these last 2 years don't even feel like they existed. It's Christmas again already. It's nuts. But with that being said, I was in a Walmart the other day, and I actually mentioned to Zach, because that's who I was with. I was like, hey, look, Zach, they're selling Christmas trees already. And I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
I thought that shit starts after Thanksgiving. Black Friday and all that other shit. What's the rush? You know what the rush is? Where you live, they're bored. They have nothing to do. So I'm gonna get started.
Well, you're
Christmas
in LA. What's your
early.
excuse there?
Well, we're not. I don't see anything for Christmas up yet.
You just said you saw Christmas trees.
I saw Christmas trees in a Walmart in a box in Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
The point was that they're selling Christmas trees, but they're decorating for Christmas
decorating
already.
for it already. Yeah. I mean, they want to get their 11 weeks is almost 3 months. They want to get their 3 months out of the celebration.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
I have a pet peeve, and it is parking related. Go figure.
Dueling pet peeves. I like it.
So outside of my house, maybe I've mentioned this to you. Maybe we've talked about it. And if we have,
The parking?
but something else now with the new parking thing there. I might have mentioned this. I don't know. You'll tell me. When you walk out of my house, there's the driveway. Okay, to the right of the driveway, there's a zone for one parking spot, and then it's red curb all the way to the corner.
Because it curves.
And I think it curves, but I also think it's so people can get over to the right to make that right turn before the curve. It's that turn before the curve. Right, exactly. So, lately, the same assholes who parked in front of the hydrant that killed me a couple of weeks ago because there was a blind spot. Now they've just decided if I can't park in this illegal spot because somebody's going to complain that it's a blind spot for them, I'm going to park in the other illegal spots in front of the one zoned parking.
Oh, so they're parking on the red curb?
Now they're parking on the red curb. And what's happening
there's no parking enforcement.
There's no parking. Hold on. There's no parking enforcement since the pandemic. During the whole lockdown, they stopped all parking tickets. So people had places to park because everybody was at home at the same time, right? But then they brought the parking police are back.
Slope.
They're back, but they're not. They're not back in full force because,
they're not full
by
force.
Accident, I was parked in street cleaning 2 weeks ago and did not get a ticket. And the next week, my girlfriend did it by accident and she didn't get a ticket. So if they're not ticketing for street cleaning, they're just not coming around my neighborhood, probably because it's not prioritized. Okay, but I want to ask you something. I want to know if I'm fucking in a psychopath here. Because the answer is probably yes. But, I mean, look at my fucking hair. And I'm out of my mind right now. But it bothers me. It annoys me so much.
It would annoy me too.
Now, okay, why would it annoy you? Because I have a reason why it annoys me. I'm curious why it annoys you.
Because parking's annoying in Los Angeles alone to begin with. And then whenever people are doing that and not getting a ticket, and then actually speaking it out loud, I don't know why it annoys me. Because it doesn't really affect me. It's a hazard. If you let that slip, then they're going to be parking in front of the hydrant. Then they're going to be parking in your parking space. Then they're going to be parking in your garage.
Nope. All of the above is wrong. Let me tell you why it annoys us. Because I'm the same way. I say, why does it annoy me? It doesn't affect my life at all. At all. You know why? because they think they're
Entitlement.
better than ever. They think they're better than everybody else and don't have to follow the same rules as everybody else.
Yeah.
That bothers me. It's like,
And-
go fuck it. You know what makes it even more annoying? It's my fucking neighbor's boyfriend.
Yeah. The cunty side of me makes me want to call parking authority and be like, yo, this
Me
is
too.
happening on the regular.
Dude,
And
thoughts cross my mind, and I'll tell you what: if I should happen to see one on my street, a parking cop, I will inform them. If you want to hit your quota, I'm going to tell you one spot where you could probably nail them every day. Every day. Now
Yeah.
it was one car, now it's 2 cars, and I've seen it up to 3 cars. Who the
Oh, no,
fuck are you
absolutely,
people that you could just park there? And then it's the same people who are parking in front of the hydrant. It's like, who the
Does that
fuck
make-
are you?
does that make me Ryan Karen?
No. Makes you
All right.
Ryan, like, maybe.
Hey,
Maybe.
dude, if you want your hands clean, it's your building. Maybe you don't want that mess. Give me the number. I'll call.
You know why I haven't called? I thought about karma. That's why I didn't call.
That's not karma.
My, you want to hear something funny? This is actually pretty funny. I couldn't get a hold of my neighbor when she was parked in
By
front
the
of the
hydrant.
hydrant. Right. And I got a hold of her sister. And her sister straight up told me, you should just call the police, have her towed. That's what she said. Have her towed, teach her a lesson. That's what her sister told me.
Is her sister her roommate or something?
No, she wasn't even staying there. I texted her because I know her. I've lived in my spot for years, so like I know she did at one point when I first moved in. She did live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think the whole thing's a fucking like. And you know what? The guy with the truck, I got to give him some props. I walked out today to come do this podcast, and when I walked in, I knew I was only going to be there for a second, and I noticed that there was a spot behind me. I didn't know the size of the spot, but there was definitely a spot for somebody to park in. I was amazed that the guy with the big white truck managed to fit in behind me in that spot. So
He's got his permanent plate now, so he's got to take this stuff a little bit more seriously.
yeah, exactly. All right, buddy.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. Why don't you give it a little intro? Hey, dude, good talk. Did I talk you out? Did I talk a smile onto your face at least?
Yeah, all you had to mention was balls from the get-go.
Yeah, dude. I'm just gonna bring up some kind of ball paraphernalia.
I
next time you
love
need
talking
cheered up.
about balls. I don't know what it is. I just think it's funny. It's like farts. Everybody laughs at farts. It doesn't matter how old you are. You're laughing at your own farts or other people's farts. I love talking about balls because people are just like, why are you talking about balls? It's so weird.
On that note, my job here is done. Johnny's in a better mood, and I am happy about that.
I want to ask Candice and Nathan. Candice and Nathan are coming up, everybody. Hang in there. We're going to be back in 2 seconds to bring in Candice and Nathan. And we'll learn all about who they are then. Please welcome, all the way from somewhere in California, Candice Levinson and Nathan Biggs.
What up? Yeah, so
It's weird. I never really noticed how much bigger of a human he was than you, Candice. Just
Everyone's
sitting
a
next.
bigger, everyone's a bigger human than me.
Well, no. Well,
Yeah.
well, you're bigger than Ryan.
2 in a row, bro. 2 in a row.
Two.
2 podcasts in a row.
No, but like if you look at it from my angle here, which is Candice's feed, I'm just looking at Candice and I'm looking at Nathan next to her, and he just
got a
no, go
beard.
back to how you were. Go back to how you were. Go back just so you can see my point. Just back to the way you were. Slide back for a second.
As you
like
were.
that. As you were. You could just see. She looks so petite next to him.
She is. What do you expect?
Female, man.
There's some crazy ping pong delay there with
Yeah,
this.
there's some weird. It's very strange.
Oh, because you're coming through.
We're right next to each other, and it keeps.
Do they have to be sitting next to each other?
Well, that's it. I could use my computer in the other room because this is kind of
If it's annoying,
I
just
can't
let's
talk
change-
properly.
Yeah.
if it's
Fuck
annoying, let's
that.
just change it up. Yeah.
Let's
Take
try
our time
that. See
to
if
get
it works.
Yeah, it's really nice to see you guys. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate
You
it.
as well. Look at these guys. Good to see yous.
Look at these guys. I miss you guys, man.
I miss you,
Miss you too.
Candace.
I bet.
It's crazy. I haven't seen
That's
you forever.
better. My man, Nathan,
No.
your beard is getting longer. How long's that been?
Not long enough.
Not long enough. That's at least a year, though.
Yeah, I guess I stopped shaving in mid-January.
Nice.
What's the goal with it?
What's ever the goal, Johnny? Yeah.
I mean, are you trying to like grow it as long as you can, or are you just like, oh, I'm lazy? There's like two ways of looking at that, I guess.
Bit of both. I'm gonna see how long before it starts to be impractical. I'm already noticing like people at work kind of do like double takes, so it's getting to that point.
A lot of food gets in there.
It's not
Really?
true.
Do you trim the stash?
I do have to. I like to keep it longer on the side, so when I have some wax, I can do little
Flippy,
oldie gentleman.
Have you had an ice cream cone yet? I used to
He hasn't.
Yeah, it's a pain in the dick.
Is that a
Pain in the
style
ass.
of mustache, or are you just talking about trying to
no,
eat?
No,
no,
this is Johnny being a messy eater.
Well, like when I had like, this is what bothered me when I have a full beard. It's the hair here. It just gets, because I'm lazy. I'm just a lazy guy, and then I get lots of food. And the other thing that bothers me is when it gets long up here and it starts tickling my fucking nose. That shit drives me
happens.
crazy.
It starts curling upwards.
Yeah. So when I would eat ice cream, if I got an ice cream cone, because my girl, she likes to make me these things called fudge holes, which is like a sugar cone.
Yeah, explain that one.
Yeah. A sugar.
hole?
No, dude, she goes to town.
She likes me to eat her fudge hole.
Well, we do that too. Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah,
the
seriously.
cone, you fill the hot fudge all the way to the bottom of the cone, and then you put the ice cream in. But like she digs out a hole, like she stuffs the ice cream in, and then
You've
she'll
ruined
dig.
it. I can't listen to you explain this. There's only
Why?
Because he's
one
thinking of an
visual
anus.
in my head.
He's thinking of an anus now, and it's not going to. It can't get it
But
out. of his
I'm
head.
not talking. I'm talking about a sugar cone. Put the fudge in, stuff the ice cream in, dig out the center of the ice cream in the cone, put more fudge in that, and then stuff on top ice cream on that, and put a little bit of caramel around the top. Anyway,
That
I'd
sounds
eat
pretty
those,
amazing.
and I'd get it all in my fucking mustache. She said food all over the place, so it led me to the fudge holes. We'll leave it at that. Anyways, hello, guys. Thank you. For those who don't know, this is Nathan and Candice. They are our married friends. Congratulations. This might be the...
Introduce them as though we don't go way back.
I feel like I haven't seen them since they got married. I know I have. I'm an asshole. Sorry about that.
Oh, we're in the same band together. I think we've played a few shows since we've been married.
Yeah.
Well, how long have you guys been married?
4 years.
That long?
Is it 4 years already?
4
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. We,
What's the
yeah,
actual-
we celebrated
Congratulations
our
on that. Yeah. Wow.
What's the actual anniversary date?
August 16th.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, belated congratulations.
Wow.
I knew that.
I knew that.
Wow, man. That is insane. I cannot
So-
believe it's been 4 years.
But it's been forever since I've seen you guys in the flesh.
Last time I saw you was when we got pho. What was that pho place in North Hollywood?
Oh, when Domino came to town and we
Yes.
all went.
And
That-
you got that little globe with the creepy doll at that
yeah.
at that
Oh.
mystery store. I think that's the last time I saw you.
That was January of 2020.
20. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude.
So coming on 2 years.
Dude, what the hell?
Can we get a
Crazy.
redo? Can we get like a 19-month redo?
I was thinking about it today. It's really crazy. Like, no lie, everybody lost basically 2 years of life. Now, and we're alive, so that's a blessing. But, like, living life, it's crazy. I was thinking about
You know
that
what?
today.
Some people found different creative outlets. You know, some people made a podcast. Some people decided to take advantage of not touring and record music videos and albums and stuff. And, you know, people made it through. Bide your time. I took it upon myself to start writing cheesy one-liner jokes for a
Oh.
tiki magazine.
Perfect. Can we have a
I-
couple?
Can we
I was
have
Can
some?
we have a couple?
Whilst I was in the shower anticipating our meeting today, I thought to myself, God, I miss those guys. I haven't seen them in ages. And then I thought to myself, what's the difference between a hairy drummer and a fancy dog?
Oh, what?
One's a poodle, the other's a udel.
Oh! Oh, I love it. That's good.
My man.
That was good. My man.
like
I
that
like
one.
that. I like that. Wow. When was the last time I did see it? Really, we never answered that.
I think last time I saw you in the flesh was when you stopped by Grunyon's sports bar for my Welcome to America party.
I thought that myself, but I was like, there's no way I haven't seen him since then. Wow.
Yeah, we've seen so few people, really, when you think about it.
That was before the pandemic.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was 2019. That was beginning
Have
of
you
2019.
lived here the whole 4 years you've been married, or were you over there for a little bit and then came here?
Oh, wait, that's not true.
No.
But hold on a second. Didn't we play? We played a show. We played like a Hollywood show in
June
like, what,
19.
June of 19 was the last time we were there.
So you saw he came to that show.
In fairness, I was very, very drunk that
He
night.
was very drunk. I have pictures of him.
I do not remember much at all. I think
Really?
the last thing I remember
funny.
was us across the road in the pizza place before you played.
Before we played.
Moving on.
So, moving on. Nathan, I had a question for you. Stop me if I got this wrong. You're from Wales. We met you in Finland. At the time, you were living in Stockholm, Sweden. You meet
No.
Candice from Los Angeles,
No, you're wrong
and then
already.
you moved to Los Angeles. Okay, that's what I
Close.
said. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm from Wales, UK. I joined a band in Sweden.
Right.
I then moved to Finland. I met you guys in Finland.
So when we met you, you were living in Finland.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Then I moved back from Finland back to Sweden, from Sweden to the UK, from the UK to LA. But in the meantime, we got married in
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen.
All right. So do you just love the passport office?
Yeah.
Is that
Were
the...
we on tour or something? Or
I was
wasn't it
really
after a
hacked
tour or
off
something?
because of moving and touring. I got so many fucking stamps on my passport. And then
Yeah.
when it ran out, they just cut a chunk out of it and they said, here you go, start again. Here's a new one.
What do you mean they cut a chunk out of it?
Have that a try.
When you send your passport in to get a new one,
Oh, yeah, they cut
they,
it
they
out.
cut the
They send it back and they just hack a chunk off the corner.
No, but that's cool, though, because, like, you get all their stamps. It's a nice thing to have. I am fascinated at this. So, for those who don't know, I have an ex-wife. And my ex-wife was from Iceland. So we did a long-distance relationship. Now, we did a long-distance relationship. We met when we were, like, kids. We didn't have email. We didn't have Skype. We didn't have Zoom. We didn't have FaceTime. We didn't have texting. We had none of that. It was...
We wrote in crayon.
No, it was, I'll get a prepaid phone card, and I will call you at Thursday at this time, my time, and whatever it is, your time. So you guys, in my opinion, had luxuries that I mean, I look back and I'm like, wow, could you imagine if we could have like talked like this? But I'm fascinated at this. Long distance relationships are A, tough enough, but B, you guys are touring musicians. So that makes it even another dynamic. So what I'd like to talk about or learn about a little bit is how you guys made that happen. You went from meeting in Finland to staying in touch to hanging out a few times through the staying in touch to getting engaged, to getting married, to living together in the U.S. And A, how long was this whole process? And B, tell us a little bit about the journey, if you don't mind.
Well, Johnny, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Yeah. Well, you're still on the journey.
You know what? At the end of the day, we met because of music. And I think it was, and as you said, we had the long distance to deal with and still be close. And we're touring musicians on top of that. But I think we met because of music, and it was because of our experience touring. You're used to it. You can't have phone signal. You're in a club, whatever. We both know the drill. And, there were just times where it was just impractical to talk. Because, we're both in different countries. I might be in Germany while she's in Stockholm or in Los Angeles. But, because everything that we have to go through, you kind of you're so much more chill about everything,
There's an understanding that doesn't need to be spoken about, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think we ever really had that conversation ever. It's like, I can't do that because of this, or we can't arrange a time. We're just going to have to play it by ear.
What's the longest amount of time you guys spent together before you lived together?
like 2 weeks.
maybe 3 once.
Oh no, that's actually a month. I went to Stockholm for a month.
Well, I have a question about
That counts,
okay,
though.
I
That's
have
enough.
two questions. I have a question off the first thing you were saying about being in a band and knowing the drill. Even so, being in a band, this question maybe is directed more towards Candice because I want to get a female's perspective here. My girlfriend has a tough time with me being on the road for no other reason than she misses the fuck out of me. So even though you know the drill,
Who wouldn't?
am I asking you this question, Ryan Harris?
I just wanted to give my 2 cents.
No. So my question to you is, even though you guys understand the drill, do you ever, or did you ever in the past, did you ever get the, I get it, honey, you miss me, but I'm on the road. What do you want me to do? Even though she
No.
understands the drill.
Not once.
No,
I
we
mean,
never had that.
We're pretty, what's it called? In syncopatico with each other.
Simpatico.
They say opposites attract, but we're really similar in some ways. And I can quite confidently say, speaking for both of us, that I don't think there's ever been a moment where it's been like that, but that's how it is. And you just know it's because they're busy doing their thing and I'm going to speak to them and I'm going to tell them I miss them when I get to speak to them next.
So elephant in the room, Nathan, you guys live together, but you're in 2 separate rooms right now. What's that all about? Why aren't you together?
Long distance.
Oh, we can't stand to be in the same room as each other.
Yeah. I mean, little baby steps, we're
Baby
in
steps.
the same country and now we're just in different rooms.
Okay, so that goes
Nice.
to the next part of that question to Candice and Nathan, both of you guys. You had said to Ryan just now that prior to moving in with each other, you'd only been together at the same time for 3 weeks at a time, as for the longest. So going into it, 2-part question. Going into it, how nerve-wracking was it? Like, oh my God, like what if we hate each other? And then B, what was it like after 3 weeks?
Of course, it'd be crazy for it not to cross your mind, I think, to think like, oh, we only spend a short amount of time together in chunks.
Candice, if there was one thing, living with Nathan, if there's one thing that just drives you fucking up the wall, what is it?
It's a good question.
When he sneezes.
Why? When he sneezes. That's awesome, but why? Sneeze.
But no. It's not just me. It's everybody. If you ever have the pleasure of being around Nathan when he sneezes, you're like, you should just like say you're on your phone, like just calmly, just in the zone, and all of a sudden, it's not just a sneeze. It's like
It's an eruption.
No, it's an attack. Okay, it's an attack on you. I feel assaulted when he sneezes.
Nathan, you taking people out of their zone, man.
Yeah, and it's like heart attack. Like, oh,
Gotta hold that shit in, brother.
Now, Nathan, my question to you, my friend, now that you live together, if there's one thing that drives you up the fucking wall. Now, Candice, just so people know out there, Candice is like a sister to Ryan and I.
Yes.
So Nathan, it's all good. I probably understand. What is the one thing that drives you crazy with Candice?
She's very, very clumsy. Yeah.
you like that about me.
You know what? Listen,
I thought you liked that.
I'm going to clap to that because her clumsiness has driven me crazy at times before. So
I like the ditzy, clumsy thing. Oh, it's cute. Yeah. But she's clumsy.
Until she drops some shit on your foot and you're like, gotta clean it up.
And also, she
now.
can't see. And together, we could have been cooking some food or something or making coffee in the morning. And she goes about her business. And I walk over to the counter and there's just coffee grinds everywhere and beans on the floor. And I'm like stepping in beans. And I'm like, I just cleaned the counter. What the fuck happened? And she's like, what? I cleaned up. And then you're like, you cleaned up? No, you did not. You did not clean up. I'm stepping in beans and my hands are covered in coffee dust.
All right, okay, guys. So the last question was kind of divisive. I don't mean to do that. You're in 2 separate rooms. I feel bad because of it. Things that you get along doing. You guys go to those weird museums. It's this time of year to like go eat the jelly beans that taste like vomit or whatever that kind of thing is. Like, what's your fascination with these museums
What Ryan is so neatly getting around to is that we're a married couple and both of us are incredibly nerdy and we like nerdy things and doing nerdy things.
Well, I wasn't saying nerdy because that's what you like and that's cool and that's fine, but you both like it. So it's like that's something that you can do together that you probably can't do together with everybody. You know what I mean? Walk me through your favorite weird ass museum.
One of the things that we liked doing was going and looking at the Queen Anne Victorian houses that are dotted around different parts of like old LA and stuff. Angelino Heights and Echo Park up there, and these amazing houses, and some of them are pristine and others look like dilapidated haunted houses, but they're all beautiful. And we just go there and walk around and look at them, the same ones we've seen like 5 times.
What's your fascination? What's your fascination with those houses?
You know, a lot of them are built in like the late 1800s, like very
and they're the
early
original
1900s.
And shit. Like
yeah. And they're huge and they're just very ornate and there's lots of detail in them and they're just very unique and they just
Haunted.
look like old haunted houses, and that's probably why we like them. Maybe.
Have you been to the Winchester House?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called, Winchester House?
The Winchester.
The Winchester Mystery House.
Yes.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Nailed it.
So correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know if I have all the facts, but the man died. The man that created Winchester guns died. His widow had the house. Fortune, yes. And she started to go crazy, and part of her craziness was she thought that all of the dead souls from all of the lives that her husband's creation had taken are going to come back to haunt her because he created guns. They kill people, so those souls come back and haunt her. So she starts renovating the Winchester house, and it never ends for the rest of her life. They just renovated. So
there's so many different stories. That's kind of a
it's a theory. They don't really know.
There was also saying that she was like constantly, plagued by the spirits in her head and stuff like that. And the only thing that could drown out the noise of, whatever the spirits was the construction, like the banging and the hammering.
24/7.
She just wanted it all the time. Yeah.
24/7 construction, never ending.
It's like stairways that go to a door and you open up and it's nothing.
Yeah. They don't have any of the original furniture in there. They just have like furniture that was donated by people that maybe is what the furniture would have looked like, but there's not very much. So the rooms are kind of empty in a lot of it, which is kind of a bummer. But the tour guides, they just kind of explain the history of the house, which is pretty interesting.
We like to play this game called Say the First Thing That Comes to Your Mind. A very original title. Ryan Harris thought of it. So Ryan,
is
you
that
want
the title of the game? I'm not going to say the first thing that came into my mind then.
No, now you should. Now you should.
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
New title.
Do you want to? You think we should call it new title?
Word Smash.
Word Smash. All right, we'll call it Word Smash from now on.
Can we call it Word Smash by Nathan Biggs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what we'll
I'd
call it.
love it if you had like a little,
and we'll get your signature
emoticon of me popping up in the corner.
We'll get your signature and have it as like.
I can make another Nathan cartoon. I used to make cartoons of you, Nathan, whenever we'd tour.
I heard about those. I heard you made one of me being a giant penis.
Okay, so what it was.
Do you have any you can pull up and show them?
What I don't. What it was though, it was a giant dick, and he was surfing, and while he was surfing, he's flexing. And it's a big penis, but he has abs. But
what did you call him? You were calling him Dick Abs for a while.
Dick abs, yeah, Dick abs.
So he called you Dick Abs for a long time.
It's okay. It's all endearing. I just figured
hey, how's old Dick Abs doing?
Like if anybody's dick would have abs, it would be Nathan's. Like that's as far as the compliment went. It's as far as the compliment went.
Then my follow-up question would be, when he did gain weight and lost the abs, would his dick lose the abs too?
It would just be a little dick pooch.
No, the dick's abs got bigger because it was carrying more weight around.
Oh yeah, gotcha. All right, I'm starting this thing off. Let's play. What's it called? Word Mouth by
Back
Nathan
to the game.
Biggs.
Word Smash.
Word Smash by Nathan Biggs.
Let's play Dick Abs.
Let's play
Dick Abs. Dick Abs by Nathan. All right, here we go. Candice, first question comes from me to you. Favorite member of Warner Drive, go.
Candice.
Good answer.
Yeah, that one coming.
I
buddy.
mean,
Like
do
a
you need
true
reason
guitar
why?
player. Like a true guitar player. That's, you know. I got 2 of them here.
Candice, what's your favorite road memory?
There's so many. Okay, I don't know why this comes to mind. And it's not really my favorite memory, but I don't know why I thought about this. But I remember when we were playing the festival in Germany for the first time, Dithmarscher. And they were feeding us these, were they barbecuing some sausages or something?
Yeah.
And I didn't know that they were, half were spicy and half were not spicy.
That's what
And
happened
you didn't
to me.
know which
yeah.
was which. And you're just, oh, here's a sausage. And it was the spiciest shit I've ever had. And all of our mouths were on fire. And then I remember I seeing the guy who was doctoring up the sausages later on, and he had gloves on because the hot sauce he was using was so strong that he couldn't like touch it.
You know what cracks me up, Candice, when you say that? I remember being in Columbia, Missouri with you on tour.
Oh, yeah.
But what I remember is we went out for a place for noodles that afternoon.
It was a Thai place.
Candice was like, I love it spicy. I can take anything spicy. So she's like, give me the hottest one you got. Like, because they had like a number thing. She's like, I'll take the hottest one. No lie, I sat across from her, which is a rare thing because me and Candice have a thing. I don't like to watch Candice eat. It's, yeah, that's a whole different story. But she chews with her mouth open. It drives me fucking up the wall. If there was one thing that drives me crazy about Candice, is she chews with her mouth open and it drives me nuts. But she takes one bite, no lie, dude. The sweat came immediately, and her face was just priceless. And this was after she's like, I can handle any spice. Give me the hottest. She was like,
I remember my mouth being all swollen. And
that's awesome. That's great. I think the next question I have is for Nathan. So Nathan, least favorite thing about Candice and why? And your favorite thing and why?
This is a safe bubble, Nathan.
Yeah, safe bubble.
Least favorite thing about Candice.
She's not going to yell at you later. It's okay.
Well, joking aside, I don't have a least favorite thing about her.
Okay, then tell us your favorite thing.
She has the best sense of humor ever. Yeah.
That's true.
You know, as in, we've all had, you know, girlfriends, and you know, you enjoy someone's company. They're hot, whatever. But Candice is incredibly hot, and she's actually got one of the best personalities I've ever met. She's my best friend, bar none. Yeah.
I've always thought that exact thing. Without
it sounding like taking offense, it's like she's a dude. She has a personality.
that's why they call me Candice.
I've said that for years.
Sexist, but you know, I don't know. I've never connected with girls and having a great personality. They're, you know, they get along with them fine, but I'd never be like, hey, I want to hang out with you all the time.
It's sort of similar to like when people are like, what's it like to be in a band with a girl? It's like, well, she's
not a girl.
Like she acts like us. Yeah,
no, like seriously, I don't have a sister, and I always say this is what it must be like to have a hot sister. Like I look at Candice, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's Candice. But I'll have guys, you know, on the road, no disrespect, but they'll come up and say whatever they say, like your guitar player, she's so hot. It's like, all right, man, it's Candice, you know. So yeah,
I'm liking this segment. It's good. You guys can keep going. Yeah.
All right. Well, I have a question for Nathan now. Nathan,
Sure.
Let's think of you and I as competitors. Okay, friends.
Glad you said competitors.
Just for a moment, let's think of each other as competitors. You beating me in bandy, dude? Could you beat me in bandy?
What the hell's bandy?
Yeah,
bandy is Swedish hockey. Swedish hockey.
No, it's not, because they have ice hockey. It's Swedish. They play ice hockey.
You're right. Imagine hockey, but on a football-sized field of ice.
It is a Swedish game.
The nets are bigger. They don't hit. And it's essentially hockey with a ball, and they swing a.
Hang on. You're on a football pitch, but it's frozen, and you've got ice skates on and hockey sticks, but you have a ball. Mm-hmm. How big's the ball? Like a tennis ball?
It's like a street hockey ball. It's like a street hockey
wiffle ball. A puck?
No, it's like the first ball you said.
It's
what
like
was the ball you
it's like
said?
a tennis ball sized like bandy. Yeah.
I lived in Sweden for how long?
That's why I thought you'd know what it was, man.
7 years, 8 years, and I do not know what bandy is.
I learned about this because Martin was working this festival a few weekends ago, and I asked him how was it. He goes, "It was cool. It was in a he said whatever arena." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds like a big place." He's like, "Yeah, they play bandy there." I'm like, "What the fuck is bandy?" And he's just like, "Well, it's like hockey, but the rink's bigger. They don't use a puck, and they swing their sticks like a golf club." So then I Googled it, I found it, and it's a real thing. They fill arenas with that shit.
Yeah, bro.
First
So
thing
who's
I'm
winning?
gonna do is ask
Who's winning?
Robin, my guitarist, what the fuck is bandy when we get off this call.
Do it.
And then the second
awesome.
thing you're doing, seeing if you could beat me. And then the second thing you're gonna do, see if you could beat me at it.
What's the question? So you want me to look at what bandy is and tell you if I think I could beat you at it?
Essentially, yeah. Essentially, to reiterate my question now is, do you think you could beat me in a sport that you've never ever seen or heard of
Looking
in your
at
entire
you,
life?
you look like you might have played ice hockey at least fairly seriously at one time in your life, whether
Yeah.
it be recreationally or with friends or maybe in like a high school team or a college team or something. I have set foot on roller skates perhaps 4 times in my whole life. And I'm good at going really forward fast. I was quite proud of myself when I could do that with my legs and go backwards.
Yeah.
But I would eat fucking hard ass ice and have a bruised coccygy every single time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with straight up. You can bandy my ass. Yeah.
Nice, dude. On that. All right. Well, I like that answer. I like the answer. I'm a winner. Bandy champ. What everybody bandy champ, Johnny? What do you think of that title?
Have you ever played bandy?
I'm telling you right now. This is the second podcast in a row. I'm telling you right now. I could be a bandy star.
So now to you, Nathan. Top 3 horror movies, and try to make me not say you have your head in your ass. Go.
All right. You want to go straight up horror? You got The Fly, The Thing, and The Exorcist.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering my question. What is The Fly anyway?
Everybody who hasn't seen those, you're a fucking idiot.
Who's
It's Halloween. Go watch those movies.
Who's the dude in The Fly?
Jeff Goldblum.
That's what I thought. Okay. I just want to make sure we were talking. I was thinking the same movie. Yes.
Yeah. Final question of the day. It's more of a statement for you, Candice. I want you to speak into the world what you see for an ideal 2022.
Oh, that's such a big question.
I know.
Holy
That's why I gave it to you. You can handle it.
An ideal 2022 would be that all this pandemic shit is gone and we can get back to that, which is not going to be, but just
Cleaning the coffee off the cabinet.
okay.
Awesome. Hey guys.
I don't know. I just want to get back to doing normal stuff. Let's just say.
I think
Amen.
it's going to be good. Amen to that.
Whatever
And
that means.
I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to come here and talk with Ryan and I. We had a lot of fun.
Good to see you again.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. And
Mwah, mwah.
I love you guys.
Thanks, guys.
It's nice to
Zoom
see
hugs.
you forever. I don't think I've seen Candice in person since last October when we talked on Zoom or something.
Was that the last time?
It's not a person, buddy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
in
that.
person. I don't know. Like,
Oh, in person. NAM that year.
Oh,
we
yeah,
saw you
that's
now.
right.
We saw you now.
Yeah,
NAM
NAM.
that year.
Yeah, NAM. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it all went to shit.
Then it would literally right after that.
Yeah, right after. 'Cause that's right, because Domino was visiting us, and then he went back.
But hey,
Wow.
it's been great seeing you guys. Like seriously, on a
Yeah,
serious
guys.
note.
Yeah, Johnny, you
appreciate
for
you.
real, you gotta come visit. I mean, I wish Ryan you were in town, but
Yeah.
Johnny,
Where is he?
He's
Oh yeah,
in,
you gave up your apartment or something, right?
Yeah.
You moved.
I owned a house near my family, so that's where I am right now, and I'll figure out what's coming up as it comes.
I want to say, Candice, Nathan, thank you so much for coming and on to the Whatever Buddy podcast,
I thought I
hanging out
missed
with
you,
us. I'm glad
but
that
now I
I've been
don't
able to
know.
get very personal with you guys today. You guys are my friends. I miss you both very,
But Ryan, I
much.
miss you.
And I love it. This is why I love her. This is great.
Thank you.
I miss you too.
You made my evening.
Miss you both.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming in.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Bye, guys.
Absolute pleasure. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks,
thank
man.
you.